Hey guys, Shadow Ice 916 here, and I am going to continue reading my own character story of One True Love, Jeff the Killer Love Story. And I've been told to do 2 videos a day. I'm gonna try that, but I'm not gonna be positively sure I'll be doing it twice a day, but like maybe twice every time I record or something. I'm gonna try, like I said. So yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna continue and read. Here we go. Next day. Again, woken up by my fabulous alarm clock. I got up around 7:30 a.m. and got ready for school. I got my usual clothes and took a shower, then changed. I did my hair today and put in a high ponytail that was braided all the way down. I put on some makeup and got my stuff for school, and I decided to skip breakfast today and go to school a little early, even though it was a late start. Yes, I sometimes do that. Weird, huh? While I was walking out of my house to leave, I have totally forgot about my motorcycle. I remember that yesterday someone popped my tires, so I forgot to fix it. Great, another problem that I forgot about. I then remembered Bumblebee and asked if he could bring me to school today. He agreed, and I got in the front seat with my stuff, and then he put on a hologram to make it look like someone brought me to school instead of having me drive and him waiting for me all day. He does like to leave a lot, so yeah. While we were driving, I knew I saw someone in the forest, and I kept thinking, what's up with me seeing something and having it disappear right when I look? It was really irritating me not being able to see whatever it was that I see in the corner of my eye. I shook my head and ignored it for now, hoping that I won't be seeing things for the rest of the day. It really hurts my head when I think too much of something. Which reminds me that I got to deal with my friends at school today since it's a Friday. Good thing it's a Friday too. Can't start all the work and boring school things. After we arrived at the school, I got out and waved Bea goodbye and went inside to get my things for math. I walked to my locker and got what I needed, and then the unexpected came. All of a sudden, my locker was slammed shut in my face. Good thing I got my stuff out on time. That happened, I thought. When I saw an arm, I looked at the person who owned that arm. This person was what I least expected. It was Brittany. Really, I just don't want to deal with her right now. I soon noticed her goons were there with her, like always. I called her friends goons because they remind me of villains like in a cartoon, and Brittany was her leader, like the main villain. I chuckled at that thought. Looks like I have the little emo kid again. How nice, Brittany said. Mocking me won't really help much, I said. Well, look who all of a sudden became the tough girl. You shouldn't have done what you did yesterday, she said. Oh, and why you say that? I said, acting as if I was confused. You tripped me. Now I'm going to get you back worse, she said. Man, she is really fucking annoying. She tried to hurt me again, but as for her, she's not very good in hand-to-hand combat like me. When she's in a real fight, she gets her dumb boyfriend John, the head of the football team, to get back at me. Or my friends. I don't really care because I get back at her worse, and when she least suspects it. Class is starting soon, and I don't really feel like fighting right now since what happened last night. Hey, I'm talking to you, Brittany yelled, trying to get my attention. Oops, got lost in thought again. Oh, sorry, I don't understand slut language, I replied with a smirk. Oh, hell no. Right when she said that, she threw a punch, kick, and slap at me. She also tried to pull my hair, but was not able to since I'm way too fast for her. I was able to dodge her every move. "Stop moving so I can hit you," Brittany said. "Well, not my fault that you're too slow," I mocked. She then tensed up with even more anger shown on her face, and then it happened. Right after I said that, right after I said that, she punched me in the face, and I was shocked that she was finally able to hit me. Wow, the slut actually hit me. Now it's my turn. I cooed back at her. She then looked at me, tensing up and even more worried. I had a huge grin, knowing she knew she shouldn't have done that. Now I can show her she messed with the wrong girl. I quickly kneed her in the stomach and pushed her down. She tried to get up, but I kept my foot on her back, and which kept her down. I knew she was weak. Even her goons were afraid. They just stared while I held Brittany down. She cried in agony, and then I heard a man's voice yell in anger. "What is going on here?" Oh no, it was the principal. And now I'm in trouble. I reread this, guys, sorry. What is going on here? Oh no, it was the principal. Now I'm in trouble. I usually try my best to not get in much trouble, but since Brittany and her gang wouldn't stop bullying other people, including me and my friends, she gets me in trouble most of the time. This will affect my record. And the principal was right behind me, then continued what he was going to say. "Tell me what happened or else." I was mad and also worried too. I had a hard time saying anything. I looked at Brittany and let her get up on her own. Right when she got up, she put on a fake, sad face and said, "It was Shadow Eyes. She just lunged at me and tried to kill me with a knife." Oh, now she pulled a weapon speech on me. How nice. I surely did not like what she's doing. What? Now you're lying, you damn slut? I did not try to kill you, and I certainly don't have a knife on me. I yelled at her, trying to defend myself of her lies. This was truly a huge lie she had ever said about me, and I'm not pleased. "Are you sure Shadow Eyes has a weapon?" he questioned, since he does not see me with one. "She does! Check her pockets!" The principal looked at me and motioned me to empty my pockets. I sighed in irritation. After emptying every pocket I had, I felt something small and sharp. I've never brought a knife to school, I thought, and then I knew that Brittany was to blame. I saw her snicker at me, the corner of my eye. She must have put a pocket knife in my pocket while I was not looking. I squinted at her in a whatever look, and then I used my powers. Enough that they don't notice, and switched the blade with some lipstick. I pulled it out of my pocket and showed the principal that I did not have a weapon on me. He looked at Brittany, and he was not very pleased at her lies, even though it was not a lie, but I got some tricks when it comes to fooling someone. I thought I was out of the situation, but I was so wrong. "Well, looks like you don't have a weapon after all, but you and Brittany are still going to have detention for fighting in the hallways." Fuck, man, I was hoping that I was able to roam free, but detention always finds me. I fucking hate it. Oh well, I guess I have to deal with this torture of boredom. I'm glad at least I was able to kick some ass before it got even worse than it is. Now Brittany would not stop bullying me until she gets me begging and crying on my knees. Yeah, right, like that's gonna happen. The rest of the day went well, but during lunch, of course, I got what I wanted to eat. I got some pizza and some milk, and then sat down with my friends. We discussed our weekend the whole time, including the problem I had this morning with Brittany. "Hey, Shadow, so you ready for the weekend?" asked Taylor. Yes, I guess," I replied, not really paying attention. "Well, what time should we meet after school?" I asked, so that I would be able to get home on time, since I had detention after school. I needed to be able to get my stuff ready for when I leave to meet the girls at Sarah's house. "Well, my parents said that they would be gone the whole day. We would have the house to ourselves." "Great! We can have more fun, if you know what I mean," Sam cooed. We should meet Sarah. Sorry, people. "We should meet at Sarah's house around 8, but let me or Sarah know if you're coming early," said Taylor. Sorry guys with my stuttering. Nah. When I'm at home, and I usually am quite hyper, and I hope that I won't get carried away with how I am and freak my friends out. I now have an idea. I can give my friends a scare and make them think that I'm an insane person and mess around a little. Hey, don't judge me for my greatness of pranks. Yes, I do like pranking as well. Chapter 5. Later that day, after school ended, I waved my friends goodbye and left home. I decided to walk since I barely do that anymore. While I was walking home, I decided to take out my headphones and plug them in my phone to listen to some music, since it might take a while to get home. I did live near the forest, and school was on the other side of it, so I sort of took a small route through the forest to get home faster. I continued walking and humming to the song of Once Upon a Time from the Maleficent movie. Some people think that version is kinda creepy, but it relaxes me. Also, I do love singing it sometimes. I kept walking and noticed a park that was by the woods. I decided to go there for a while, since I won't have parents worrying about me at home. Once I got to the park, I noticed something white dash through the woods to my left. It was too fast, and I couldn't get a glance of what it was. I kept getting annoyed from all the things I see at the corner of my eye and disappearing. I sighed in irritation and just continued listening to music at the park. I had an idea. If someone is trying to follow me from all the things I keep seeing, I might as well keep the hell out of them with a crazy song. I put the song Cannibal by Keisha and sang it out loud. While singing, I also went onto the playground and decided to walk on top of the playground toy thing, whatever they're called. Like the monkey bars, the tubes where the kids crawl, etc. I kept on singing though. I am cannibal, 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 I am. I am cannibal, cannibal, I'll eat you up. Your little heart goes pitter patter, I want your liver on a platter, and for dessert I suck your teeth, and if you're too sweet you'll be a goner, and I will pull a Jeffrey Dahmer. I eat boys up breakfast and lunch, and then when I'm thirsty I drink their blood. Carnivore animal, I am a cannibal, I eat boys up. You better run. Sorry for my hobo singing, people. Continuing. I started dancing weird and jumped off the tube and landed perfectly on my feet. I made a pose for the perfect jump and all that weirdo things. After acting like a jackass, I looked at the time on my phone, not realizing what time it was. It's 6:30 and I was going to be late. Crap, I should get going home before I have a hard time discussing why I'm late to the sleepover with my friends, since Taylor usually gets all dramatic about whenever someone's late to our meetings, or fun time, you can say. I ran for a while, and it only took me around 20 minutes to get home, and surprisingly the park's not as far as I thought from my house. As I finally got home, I put my backpack in my room and started to get ready for a sleepover. For a snack, I grabbed a cookie and a glass of milk, then went back upstairs and finished getting ready. I got my pajamas, pillows, and blankets, my laptop, makeup, and some things to shower with. I was almost done packing my stuff when I heard a loud thump that came from downstairs. I just rolled my eyes, thinking that Sam or Tyler was here to pick me up, and just continued packing. Once I finished packing, I went downstairs with my stuff, and I was suspecting to see my familiar friend, but instead, I saw someone I was not hoping to see. Jeff's point of view. I watched that girl from before walk home from school. She put her headphones on and started to listen to some music. It looked like she was thinking when she looked away into the forest. She started walking again and walked through the forest. Maybe she knew a way home through here, I thought. I kept on following her, hoping I would have a chance today to get her back and finally be able to kill her. The girl soon stopped at a park and looked like she'd never really seen a park before. Wow, that girl must be stupid or she just moved here. As I continued to watch her, I must have been too close or something because she turned her head and I got worried. She might have seen me, so I quickly hid behind a tree to my right. As I was hoping that, she looked as if she was smirking and then turned back around. Out of nowhere, she started singing a weird, creepy song that sent shivers down throughout my body. The girl was alone in the park, and she must have knew that, but also knew that someone was watching her. This might explain her singing out loud and dancing like a maniac. I have to admit, though, she does have a pretty good voice, but that song, though. It creeped the hell out of me, but that still didn't make me run off like a fucking wimp. I just watched her the rest of the time, and then she started to dance weird after she jumped off the high jungle gym. Well, she must have been in gymnastics or something, because she can land perfectly from a pretty high place. Just from looking at her in the incident from yesterday, this girl is such a badass. I noticed after she was done dancing that she was kind of worried, and then ran off. What chased her off? Oh well. Time skip by Slendy. I made sure that I got to her house before she made it home, but I was really shocked that she made it back to her house at the same time I came. I never knew that there would be someone else who would be faster than me. Well, almost faster than me. As she entered her house, and I decided that I'd go to the other side of her house and go through her parents' room since it's oddly empty. Makes my job even more better. I went through the window and got inside. I was going to walk out the bedroom when I heard shuffling in her room. Sounds like she's getting ready for something. I just continued walking. I grinned and knowing that she won't be leaving soon. I made sure that I was quiet when I left her parents' room and went downstairs. As I went through a long corridor, I finally found the stairs and went down quietly. I made sure I did not make a sound going down and then my stupidity just had to ruin my ninja mode. I accidentally missed a step or two and fell forward into the ground. "Shit!" I whispered. I fell with a thud, and I really hoped that the girl did not hear me. I then heard a door open. Crap! She must have heard me. I quickly got up and dashed to the kitchen and hid up behind the island. I saw her come down the stairs and looked around. "That was odd. I swear I heard someone down here," she said, dumbfounded. Wow, she must be dumb. I got up quickly after she left, heading to her room. I followed her until she was opening her door. I whispered into her ear, "Well, where do you think you're going, huh, girlie?" I had an insane grin when I said that. "What the fuck, really? Again?" she said, looking quite annoyed. I chuckled at her reaction. "Yeah, it's me. Now I've come here to finish our business from the other day." I said, "What? Now? I really can't. I'm really not in a good mood to do things right now, you know?" she said, as if this was her normal day. Why is she trying to stall? "Look. Shadow Eyes. My name is Shadow Eyes," she said. "Well, Shadow Guys. Shadow Eyes. Whatever. Either we do this the easy way or the hard way. You choose." "Like I choose any, dumbass," she said with an angry tone. "Well then, it looks like it's the hard way then, huh, sweet cheeks?" Shadow Eyes' point of view. Man, he really is starting to get on my nerves. But I already knew that he would be coming back soon, but I didn't think it would be the next day. He must really want to kill me, huh? Oh well, it's his funeral. I have many tricks up my sleeves that he does not know about, and I will use them on him. Okay. Looks like it, Joker wannabe. I mocked in reply. "Oh, nice combat there, sweetheart. But that ain't gonna be enough," he said. "Well then, let's see when we fight. Then we'll see how it is, how we'll end up." I cooed at him, letting him know I had accepted his challenge. "Enough chat. It's time for you to go to sleep," he yelled. He then ran at me, but I quickly dodged him and I dashed away quickly to my room and locking it. Yeah, maybe a kind of cheesy way of doing that. I already know that he will break down the door, but I did need time to think and act quickly before he got in. "Oh, hiding, are we? Now come out like a doll and this will be quick and easy," he mocked, and with his insane laughter. Man, this guy's really crazy. Wait, more like insane. Fuck. Okay, so I quickly got my sword from under my bed, like I always have it, and waited for him to break down my door. Well, that's it, you guys, for part 3. So, hope you guys liked it, and like, rate, subscribe. Thank you guys. Bye. Love y'all.